今日のコントロール振り返ってみて満足してますか？
そうですね、細かいところは別として、積極的にゾーンをこう攻めれたというのは良かったかなと思います。
Overall, happy with the fact that I was able to attack the zone. There's some little things that I still need to work on, but overall, pretty happy.
You've done this your whole career, but you haven't done it in a while. Are you adjusting to going back to being the two-way player still?
久しぶりにこういう二刀流のルーティンになりましたけども、少し慣れるのに時間かかりそうですかね。
そうですね、今日はノーヒットでしたけど、単純に打撃のアプローチとしてはそこまでこうなんですかね、いい結果を生むアプローチではなかったのかなっていうところなので、バッティングとピッチングそれぞれ同じ日にやりますけど、基本的には分けて考えるので、ピッチングは良くてバッティングは良くなかったなっていう一日だったなと思います。
Just looking back today, on the pitching side, did pretty well. Didn't give up any hits, at least in my mind. And on the hitting side, didn't really have a good approach. So in terms of days when I do pitch and hit, I do think of it, compartmentalize it, and so that's how I approach the days I pitch.
As you were going through the rehab process, did you imagine coming back and throwing 102 miles an hour?
102マイル投げれるっていうのは、リハビリの過程の中で想像していましたか？
そうですか、ライブ BP で多分投げ続けたら投げてはなかったのかなとは思うので、そういう意味ではやっぱりこう実戦で、早めに短いイニングでしか投げることによってそういう球速帯に慣れていくっていうのはいいことじゃないかなと思うので、そこも今日一つ良かったところかなとは思ってます。
It's something I don't think I would have been able to do in a live BP setting, so it's nice to be able to hit this velo and see how my body reacts.
On the mound today, you kind of mentioned that he may be going further than an inning. What is the gradual step up today?
Yeah, so he's going to go. He's going to get into the second inning if that first inning doesn't get too stressful or not inefficient. So the plan is he's going to go 2 innings for us today.
Is it a more real conversation to talk about him leading off or not leading off when he starts to get into being a normal starter out of the rehab process?
Yeah. Yes. I think right now, certainly it's going to be hot out there. I mentioned the conversation I had with him about hitting leadoff, which he feels very comfortable still doing. So that's going to be fluid as far as kind of his position in the order and kind of how we use him on the hitting side with the pitching.
You got Kim at second base today. Are you looking to get him more of a runway at that position?
Yeah, I think that having Kim, I just want to give Tommy a day off. I want to get Haesung in there. And going forward, we'll have some opportunities to get, Haesung some more opportunities to play some second base.
Does that mean Tommy could start playing outfield?
Tommy's going to start playing some more outfield, going forward.
Is the leadoff thing with Ohtani easier to do on the road when he's pitching? Or does it not make a difference?
You know what? I don't know that answer. And I think we can have our thoughts on home road. I'd like to know that from Shohei, to be quite honest, because, to warm up in the pen, to come into the dugout, be the first hitter of a ball game, to then go take the mound versus warm up in the pen, come in the dugout, take the mound, and then go right to the on-deck circle. I don't know what's more challenging. I probably should ask him.
And today we're going to get the full show. Last night in KC, Shohei Ohtani hit his 29th home run of the season, second in the majors behind Cal Raleigh's 32. After helping the Dodgers to a 5-4 win over the Royals last night, today he takes the mound in Kansas City, his third start of the season, which gives us a great excuse to chat with our friend Tim Kirkchin this morning. So, Tim, it's a very small sample size, only 2 outings of an inning apiece. What are the expectations for Shohei pitching today?
Well, today he's going to pitch into the second inning, Dave Roberts announced. This is just another small step in the progression of Ohtani, and the goal is going to be to have him become a really important pitcher for the Dodgers in September and October. And I think he's off to a great start. That first start he made, he threw 17 out of 28 pitches at 95 miles an hour or higher, and one at 100.2. His second start, he pitched 1 inning, no runs, 2 strikeouts, 18 pitches, 12 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts. He is going to be as good as he wants to be, because as long as he's healthy, he rises to the occasion like no one I've ever seen. And I can't wait to see where he is a couple months from now, because he's going to get stronger and stronger every time out.
Yeah, he is definitely one of one. Hello, Soto. Top of the fourth with the Mets trailing 4-0 to the Pirates. Juan Soto at the plate, driving this one to center field. That's a home run. And that is home run number 11 for Soto in the month of June, number 20 on the season, as he gets the Mets single-handedly on the board. On to the bottom of the fifth, and Ke'Bryan Hayes is leading off with a man on third base. He's going to fly this thing out to right field, off the wall, and Hayes is going to go sliding into second with a double. Brian Reynolds crosses the plate. Hayes has 23 RBI this season, and the Buccos lead 5-1. Bottom six, runners on first and second with 2 outs. Reynolds, man, that one's gone. 9 home runs this season. Now the Pirates lead 8-1. They go on to beat the struggling Mets. The final in this one, 9-1. All right, speaking of anomalies, we had this insane game. I just had to ask you about this, because you're the guy who can put this in perspective. So the Orioles put up the second most runs of any team this season, 22 against the Rays after trailing by 6, but they also gave up 24 runs to the Reds earlier in this year. Tim, make some sense of this for us.
Well, this one makes absolutely no sense, which is why it's so beautiful in baseball. The Orioles became the first team ever to be down 6 runs in a game and come back to win that game by 14 runs. They had 14 extra base hits. They had 21 hits, and it's just another reminder. Every night you go to a major league ballpark, you might see something that you've never seen before. No one has ever seen that game that was played there last night, because of getting that far behind and coming back and winning by that much. A lot of crazy things have happened in Baltimore. Of course, 2007, the Orioles were ahead 3-0 against the Rangers, and the Rangers scored 30 unanswered runs to score the most runs, 30, in any major league game since 1900. So crazy things happen there, and I actually have the box score of that game sitting right here in my office. That's how important and how memorable and historic that game was. Absolutely crazy. Crazy things happen in baseball all the time.
Wait, that is a giant box score. It looks like it's metal. I mean, that's insane. That's sitting right there in your... Go ahead.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 feet wide and 2.5 feet high. It weighs about 8 pounds. I have trouble picking it up. It's so big. But I look at it every single day because it's right here in my office. Quite a life I've carved out for myself here, Hannah. I'm looking at box scores, giant box scores all day long, which is what I've been doing my entire life anyway.
That is crazy. Just peeling back the curtain on Tim Kirkchin and his office. Tim, that's a lot of fun. Thank you. We appreciate you, as always. Nobody tells stories like you do. Thanks.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。チャンネル登録、コメントお願いいたします。